Running, and we are up and running. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Pathway to Leadership. Glad you're in here. All right, give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me and the video looks good to you. Would really love to know that before we get down and deep. How's everyone doing tonight? Awesome. All right. Well, so as we're beginning here, I notice I have a logo up on me here. Let me see if I can fix that I don't have a logo right up on my face. Let's see. How do we do that? Let's look at this. Let's go right up over here and see if that's a little bit better. I think that'll get that logo out of my face there. All right, well, how to be successful. How exciting. Let's look at the different ways that we get in trouble every time that we start going down the pathway to leadership, and we start looking at our success, and we start looking at all the problems that we run into. Well, here's some tips tonight about the things that we should avoid when we look at ourselves and determine and define ourselves as, are we successful or not? And we're going to wait for some more people to get here in the chat. And as soon as they get in here, we'll begin the presentation. So those that are with us right now, I'm looking for collaborators. I'm looking for people that will help me out with the channel. Those people would be people that would come on via Zoom or Skype that we would live stream, and we would you'd help me out with asking questions of our special guests and engage with them. So I'm really looking for a few collaborators to help me out with the channel. And if you're interested, please contact me. Reach out to me in the comment section and give me a note that you'd really like to help out with Pathway to Leadership and be a bigger part of the community. So, all right, well, we're going up 6:48 right now, and I think we'll go ahead and move forward. So anytime during the presentation, if you have any questions, just go ahead and throw out a chat. I'm monitoring the chat right here. And I think I'm monitoring the chat. Yes, I am monitoring the chat. All right, there we go. All right, so I got a thumbs up already. Okay, wonderful. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. How to be successful. Okay, well, the very first thing we want to talk about when it comes to success is you have to define this for yourself. And as we go through the pages of this PowerPoint, I think it'll become pretty relevant that you don't let other people define what success is for you. You have to do this for yourself. So let's go ahead and talk about success is a combination of achievements and, most importantly, the overcoming of failures. It's both achievements and failures. As long as you're learning from your failures and you're celebrating your achievements, you're doing pretty good. In essence, we're the total sum of both, okay? Failures and achievements both have an equal part on defining what our success is, okay? So things to avoid when you define your success. Let's go to the first thing here. So this is incredible. I talk to a lot of people, and they always want to be like the other person. They look at other role models, and they want to try to be like them. And unfortunately, that doesn't work out too well. So the very first tip is stop chasing other people's goals and dreams. Okay? The biggest part about that is that you have not been dealt the same hand in life as they have. So think about that. You don't have the same experiences that they have. You don't have the same tools, the skills, life experiences that they have. So when you start chasing after other people's dreams and goals, you soon find out that you're going to fall flat on your face, because your circumstances and experiences throughout your life. That's what's going to help shape you and develop your success in the future. So it's really important. Be mindful. Now, there's nothing wrong with looking at someone else and how they have achieved greatness and say, hey, I can learn some lessons for this. But don't chase their goals and dreams. Okay? It's your goals and dreams that define your success. So let's move on. A lot of times you forget all the accomplishments that you already have. Let's look at personal inventory. Take personal inventory of the things that you're already successful at. Yeah, go figure. There are a lot of things out there right now that you're successful at. And if you take personal inventory, and I encourage you, just take out a sheet of paper and start writing down all the things that you're successful at. Whether it's the way you deal with customers, customer service, sales, the way you treat people on a daily basis, the way you work with mathematics, or whatever it is, I guarantee you there are a lot of successes that if you started writing them down, you'd probably impress yourself with. And the most important thing is you have to celebrate those. Celebrate those little successes because they all add up. Celebrate every achievement, but don't forget about them. We get down every day. We get beat. Every day is not a bed of roses. And if they are, great. I appreciate that about you. But in all essence, every day can be a struggle. And when you have those achievements, the best thing you can do is celebrate them, no matter how small. So never forget about your achievements. So the next big thing is fear. Fear is a major part of stopping people from going down the path of leadership. Fear will stop you dead in your tracks. So Elliot just chimed in, Elliot Zace. One of the best mottos I've heard for success is fall forward. You're absolutely right. Fall forward. When you start to fall, the first thing you do is start to grasp for things to try to get your balance. And I've fallen a lot in my life, in the physical nature. And I love that. I love that you just put that in there, because think about it. Think about the mechanics. When you start to fall, what's the first thing you do? You start reaching for everything to try to get your balance, to try to get back on track. And you're absolutely right. And sometimes you miss, but you get back up, you stand back up, and you keep moving forward. And that can be part of your definition of success. Because if you take a misstep and you start to fall, if you do nothing, you're just going to bounce off the ground and probably hurt yourself. And you don't give yourself an opportunity for correction. So that was awesome. Thank you so much. Fail forward. Okay. But I like the spin on fall forward. It still applies. Well, great. Thank you. I love it. So getting back to number 3, fear of making mistakes. Gosh, we can get so catatonic because we're afraid we're going to fail. We're afraid we're going to make a bad decision. Well, fear is the number one reason people stop their pathway to leadership. They fear they're going to make a mistake. They're going to be embarrassed. Their boss is going to yell at them or what have you. And then there's just a fear of being wrong. Well, I hate to tell you this, but you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make bad decisions. The most important thing is learn about them on the way. If you're not learning by these bad decisions, mistakes, then you're not going to have a great path to leadership in the future. So great leaders have made lots of mistakes. And they learned. Every single mistake is a learning opportunity. And when you're in a leadership role, the best part is because you understand this, when the people that are around you make mistakes, you look at them as, this is a coaching opportunity. You're not going to come down on them. I mean, of course, if it's habitual and they're doing it on purpose, yes, you have to go into disciplinary actions. But if it's truly mistakes and maybe, uneducated decisions, these are coaching opportunities, and coaching opportunities do nothing except propel people forward. And remember, part of being a leader is to learn and teach. You have to teach what you know, because that's what it's all about. Learn and teach. So you're going to make mistakes, you're going to make bad decisions, and you will be wrong sometimes. But one day, you'll wake up in the future, and all of those mistakes, bad decisions, and all of that will be what is going to make up your next successful move. Your next big success is going to be because of that. Comparing yourself to others. All right, so this is tricky. Comparing yourself to others. You can be just as successful as Elon Musk. Yes, I just said that. Yeah, just as successful. No matter where you are in life, no matter where you work, no matter your own personal situation, you can be just as successful. Now, the reason why you can be just as successful is because you need to compare yourself to your current situation to where you're moving to next. So, again, going back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video, you're not dealt the same hand as everybody else. Compare yourself to yourself. Every day, self-evaluate and compare yourself to where you are tomorrow to where you were a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, and see how far you've come. Celebrate those, because those are achievements. All right? The whole secret of success is no matter what happens, you stand up, you dust yourself off, and you say, I just learned a big lesson. I'm moving forward. I will always move forward, no matter what. When I outgrow where I am today, I will grow into where I'm going to go tomorrow. And when I outgrow tomorrow, I will grow into where I'm going to be the next day. So don't compare yourself to others. Their success is not your success. And you know what's interesting? They might be comparing themselves to you. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Don't allow yourself to be discouraged because you haven't reached the level of others. Your path is not just one stair, but many stairs on a staircase to greatness. You have to take them one at a time. And your staircase is only for you. It's not another person's staircase. Just take a second and let that sink in. You have your own staircase. Others can help you, but in the end, you're the only one on those stairs, and you take those steps one at a time. This is an eye-opener for most. The world owes you nothing. I talk to a lot of young people, young leaders that are just coming in. It's not fair. It should be like this and it should be like that. Yeah, okay, great. It's the Wizard of Oz and all of that over again. But the world doesn't owe you anything. What's most important to understand, we live in America here. And it doesn't even matter what country you live in. You are in control of the 4 to 5 square feet around you. Okay? That's your world. It owes you nothing, but it is there for you. The world is there for you. You have to learn how to navigate and achieve what you want. It doesn't owe you anything, but it'll provide you with everything that you need. if you're willing to go out there and work for it and learn about it and navigate it. Become a student of your own success by evaluating your achievements and, most importantly, evaluate your failures. You know, we're starting to understand that there's a kind of a motif going on here, right? Failures, achievements. You know, it's a balance of both. You will never, ever go through life with nothing but achievements. You have to have failures. That's how we learn. You know, I don't know if it was Edison, Einstein, or Graham Bell. One of them said when they were inventing the light bulb that they weren't failing. They just found out, 1,000 ways of how not to do things. Well, that's what we do on a daily basis. We find out how not to do things until we find out the right way or how to do things. So become a student of your own success. That is a major mind change when you wake up every day and you say, I'm a student of success. So the key takeaways from tonight's video. Number one, celebrate every achievement and learn from every failure. The world will offer you success, but it will never owe it to you. Face fear straight in the face and always move forward, no matter how much life beats you down. Dust yourself off, move forward. Understand that making mistakes and sometimes even bad decisions is okay, as long as you're learning. Learn. Don't let anyone else define what success is for you. This is your personal definition. You define what your success is. Now, here's the homework. Every day, do a little self-evaluation. I know, you're going to watch this video and you're probably going to be clicking off and saying, oh, okay, that was a great video. That was wonderful. And, oh, okay, this homework thing. Yeah, okay, whatever. But I guarantee you, if you, at the end of the night, look in the mirror and just ask yourself, was I successful today? And it doesn't matter what the answer is. It really doesn't. Yes, no, whatever. The most important thing is what am I going to do tomorrow to be successful? So if I failed today, what am I going to do tomorrow? I was successful today. What am I going to do tomorrow? So it is about tomorrow. Celebrate today. Learn from today. But what are you going to do tomorrow? That's what's really important. So thank you for joining us at Pathway to Leadership. I really hope that if this is your first time here, you would subscribe, hit the like button, and I'm opening it up for chat. So what do we all think about the presentation this evening?